Border deal aside, the White House is actively discussing taking executive action on the border, as the governors mentioned earlier today and as we've reported. So why now? Is the border deal just a jumping off point to new executive actions that the president can take?
Look, I'm not going to comment on any individual policy option that's being speculated in the media. I'm just not going to do that. What we have been very clear, the bottom line is the way to have moved forward was with this border deal. That's the way.
There's executive actions that are now being considered that weren't considered before.
I'm not going to get into any policy discussions that are possibly happening or however it's being reported. I'm just not going to get into that. What I can say is the bottom line here, we believe no executive action, no matter how aggressive it could be or could look, would have been as significant as the border deal that came out of the Senate in a bipartisan way. No action. And let's not forget, Republicans rejected that. And so don't have anything to go on beyond that.
On Alabama, what's your message to the clinics in Alabama that have proactively paused IVF treatments? Are they making the right call?
Look, I can't speak to the decisions that the clinics are making. That is for them. There are, there's safety concerns, there's legal concerns that they have to weigh and decide on. What we can speak to is the chaos that has been created because of the overturning of Roe, and we see this, and it is devastating. It is devastating. It is dangerous to women. And so what we're going to do is continue to speak out against that and make it very clear that the court decision that was made was wrong. And yeah, you know what? This could spread. This could go beyond Alabama. And that is a scary thought for many families across the country, certainly many women across the country.
Last question. You mentioned there's no readout with the president and the House Speaker. One of the messages in the G7 call, according to John Kirby, will be that the president will do everything he can to get Congress to pass that funding. Has there been any reach out from the White House to try to get a call or a meeting in the books, since he is the person between that funding and the White House?
I get the question, but let's not forget, for the past several months, NSC and other parts of, obviously, the president's administration have had regular conversation. You've heard Jake Sullivan speak to going over to the House and the Senate to talk to Republicans and Democrats about the aid, about the importance of the Ukraine aid. You've heard that conversation. You've heard him say this from this podium. And we also know that there is bipartisan support. We saw it coming out of the Senate, and there is bipartisan support in the House. What the pressure here needs to be on the Speaker. The Speaker needs to do his job and actually take this up, if he were to put it to the floor, it would have bipartisan support. But we've been doing our job. We've been having those conversations with congressional members, and it's unfortunate that the Speaker chooses to turn this into a political football here. This is not what this is about. This is about our national security. This is about the American people.